Hello. Let's talk quantum physics. Get ready to have your mind blown, in a good way of course. First things first. You know how everything is made up of teeny tiny little building blocks called atoms? Quantum physics is the study of how those itty bitty building blocks behave. Atoms are kinda like little miniature solar systems, with a nucleus in the center and electrons zipping around it. But here's where things get funky. Those little electrons don't always behave like they're supposed to. Sometimes they move in weird, wonky, wiggly ways. And when we try to measure where those electrons are, it's like trying to catch a lightning bolt in a bottle. They move so fast that the more we try to pin down their location, the more uncertain we become about how fast they're moving. It's like trying to count the number of times your little brother blinks while he's doing a cartwheel. Impossible. Scientists call this the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, named after a guy named Heisenberg who was way smarter than all of us combined. Basically, it means that there's a limit to how much we can know about the position and speed of an electron at the same time. But wait, there's more. In the wacky world of quantum physics, particles can also exist in two places at once. It's called superposition. Kinda like when you're trying to decide what to have for breakfast, and you're simultaneously craving pancakes and waffles. Let's use another example. Imagine flipping a coin. Before it lands, it's technically both heads and tails at the same time. Sounds like a fun party trick, right? When we actually look at the coin, it'll either be heads or tails. But before we observe it, it's just chilling in superposition land. This might sound like nonsense, but it's actually been proven in experiments. Scientists have even created something called a quantum computer, which can do things regular computers can't even dream of. Like playing chess against a super intelligent octopus. Just kidding, I made that last part up. There's also a phenomenon called entanglement, where two particles become connected in a way that would make even the most seasoned matchmaker blush. Here's a goofy example to help explain it. Imagine you have two coins, and you flip one of them. You don't know what it is yet, but you know that the other coin will be the opposite of whatever the first coin is. That's kinda like entanglement. Even if the two particles are light years apart, what happens to one will affect the other. It's like if your best friend in Australia suddenly starts craving Vegemite toast, and you inexplicably get a hankering for toast with avocado in New York. Quantum physics is not just a bunch of bonkers theories though. It actually has real-world applications. You know how going to the doctor can be a bit scary sometimes? Well, quantum physics is here to help. You see, with something called quantum imaging, doctors can take super detailed pictures of the inside of your body without having to do anything invasive like surgery. It's like having a magic microscope that can see inside your bones and organs. This helps doctors to diagnose problems and figure out what's going on inside your body, which means they can give you the right medicine or treatment to help you feel better. The next time you're at the doctor's office and they're using a fancy machine to take pictures of you, just remember that quantum physics is making it all possible. Quantum cryptography is another practical use for quantum physics. It's a way of making our communication more secure. Basically, it involves sending secret messages using particles that are entangled. Remember that one? So that if someone tries to eavesdrop, the particles will become unentangled and the message will be lost in translation. But even with all of our modern technology and fancy scientific equipment, there's still so much we don't know about quantum physics. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube while riding a unicycle on a tightrope. It's difficult, but that's what makes it so exciting. Scientists are constantly discovering new things about quantum physics, and who knows what kinds of amazing discoveries they'll make next. Maybe we'll even figure out how to teleport, just don't hold your breath for that one. So there you have it. Quantum physics might be a little bit confusing, but it's also super fascinating. Who knows, maybe one day you'll be the next great quantum physicist.